Right now, your brain is quietly running out of oxygen, and you probably have no idea. 1 in 3 people worldwide will deal with low iron at some point, and most of them will blame it on being tired, stressed, or just getting older. By the end of this video, you'll be able to spot the warning signs your body has been sending you for weeks, maybe months, and there's one symptom near the end so strange most people never connected to iron at all. Stick around, because that one might be happening to you right now. Here's why iron matters so much in the first place. Every red blood cell in your body is basically a tiny delivery truck, and iron is the part of the engine that actually grabs oxygen and holds onto it. Without enough iron, your blood cells get built smaller and paler, carrying less oxygen with every single trip. Multiply that by the roughly 25 trillion red blood cells cycling through your body, and you start to see the problem. This isn't a small inconvenience, it's a supply chain issue happening inside every organ you have. So what does that actually feel like? The first sign is the one everyone dismisses: exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix. That's because your muscles and brain are running on a thinner oxygen supply, so even simple tasks like climbing a flight of stairs or focusing on a conversation take more effort than they should. Studies have found this kind of fatigue can show up gradually, which is exactly why people write it off as just being busy, instead of recognizing it as a signal. But here's where it gets more visible. Look at your fingernails right now. Are they pale? Do they curve inward instead of out, almost like little spoons? That's called koilonychia, and it happens because your nail beds are some of the most oxygen-hungry tissue on your body, so they show stress before almost anywhere else. Your gums and the inside of your lower eyelid can tell the same story. Pull your eyelid down gently in a mirror sometime. If it looks pale pink instead of a rich red, that's your blood quietly waving a flag. Now here's where it flips into something you wouldn't expect. Low iron can change your tongue. It can become smooth, swollen, and oddly shiny because the tiny taste bud structures on its surface actually need iron to regenerate. Some people even develop cracks at the corners of their mouth that just won't heal, no matter how much lip balm they use. That's not chapped skin. That's tissue that isn't getting rebuilt fast enough because the raw materials, iron included, aren't showing up on time. That's not even the strangest part. There's a condition linked to low iron called restless leg syndrome, an overwhelming urge to move your legs, especially at night, like electricity crawling under your skin. Researchers believe this connects back to iron's role in producing dopamine in the brain, the same chemical involved in movement control. So a symptom that feels like it belongs in your legs may actually be starting in your brain chemistry.
And then there's the one almost nobody expects: cravings for ice. Not cold drinks, actual ice, crunching it obsessively, sometimes chewing through trays of it a day. This condition even has a name: pagophagia. And while scientists don't fully understand why it happens, one leading idea is that chewing ice increases alertness and blood flow to the brain, temporarily masking that low oxygen fog. It's your body improvising a fix for a problem it can't solve on its own. Which brings us back to that question from the start. The strangest sign of all might be happening in your head, literally. Some people with low iron report a specific, uncomfortable itching or crawling sensation, almost like insects moving under the skin, sometimes centered on the scalp or limbs. It's rare, but it's been documented, and it's thought to trace back to that same disrupted dopamine and nerve signaling pathway connected to restless legs. Imagine going years feeling itchy and irritated, and never once suspecting your iron levels were the hidden thread connecting it all. Here's the bigger picture. Your body is remarkably good at rationing resources when supplies run low, prioritizing your heart and brain over things like nail growth, skin repair, and even taste buds. That's exactly why the warning signs show up in these smaller, easy-to-ignore places first, long before something more serious happens. Your nail growth, your tongue, your legs at night, even a craving for ice. These aren't random quirks. They're your body's early warning system, quietly escalating until someone pays attention. If this changed the way you look at your own body, that's exactly what this channel is here for. Subscribe so you can keep decoding how your body actually works, one strange, fascinating signal at a time. Next time, we're breaking down why your legs fall asleep and what's really happening to the nerve, because it connects surprisingly well to what you just learned here. And one important note, everything in this video is for educational purposes only, not medical advice. If you're noticing any of these signs in yourself, please talk to a doctor or qualified healthcare professional before changing your diet, starting supplements, or drawing any conclusions about your own health.